Welcome to the Midweek message. We're taking some lessons from the book of Ruth, and I'm reading in chapter 1, verses 18 through 22, and that's to the end of the chapter. And these verses are from the New International Version of the Bible. Ruth 1:18. When Naomi realized that Ruth was determined to go with her, she stopped urging her. So the two women went on until they came to Bethlehem. When they arrived in Bethlehem, the whole town was stirred because of them, and the women exclaimed, "Can this be Naomi?" "Don't call me Naomi," she told them, "call me Mara, because the Almighty has made my life very bitter. I went away full, but the Lord has brought me back empty. Why call me Naomi? The Lord has afflicted me. The Almighty has brought misfortune upon me." So Naomi returned from Moab, accompanied by Ruth the Moabite, her daughter-in-law, arriving in Bethlehem as the barley harvest was beginning. So let's look at these verses individually. Naomi has gone with her husband from Judah to another country, Moab, because of a famine. Their two sons went with them. The boys married women of Moab, and while they were there, Naomi's husband died, and her two sons died, and it left Naomi and Ruth and Orpah, her daughters-in-law, alone. The famine lifted in Judah, and they prepared, the three ladies, to leave Moab and go back there. But Naomi tried to get the girls to stay in Moab. Both of them wanted to go with her, but she kept telling them, "You need to stay in this area and remarry again." And one of the girls, Orpah, went back, but Ruth stayed with her. Ruth wouldn't leave her. And so Ruth and Naomi are going to go back to Judah from Moab, even though that's not where Ruth is from. Let's look at these verses individually. When Naomi realized that Ruth was determined to go with her, she stopped urging her. Now, Naomi tried to get her to leave. She wasn't going to leave. She said, "Nothing will make me leave you, not even death," and quoted some words of commitment that are often used in marriage ceremonies, even though these were between two women at the time. Naomi saw Ruth was going to go, and she said, "Go with her." And so she said, "Okay, I will allow you to go. Come with my blessing." And verse 19, so the two women went on until they came to Bethlehem. When they arrived in Bethlehem, the whole town was stirred because of them, and the women exclaimed, "Can this be Naomi?" So the ladies made their way to Bethlehem. Everyone was moved. They were stirred. Great excitement, consternation, big news that Naomi had come back from Moab. "Where's your husband? What about your sons? What happened to them? Naomi, you're here with a young woman. What's going on?" The whole town is stirred, and the women exclaim, "Is this Naomi?" Because she had changed. Life is going to change you too. One day people may not recognize who you had become. Verse 20, "Don't call me Naomi," she told them, "call me Mara, because the Almighty has made my life very bitter. I went away full, but the Lord has brought me back empty. Why call me Naomi? The Lord has afflicted me. The Almighty has brought misfortune upon me." She replied ruefully, "Don't call me Naomi," which name has good connotations. She says, "Call me Mara," bitterness, because God's made my life very bitter. Sometimes we think that it's always Satan that brings misfortune, but the Almighty allows even the acts of the wicked one. And God may bring misfortune into your life for a purpose. Make no mistake, though. Naomi said, "It's the Almighty that has made my life bitter, brought these terrible things on me. I went away full. There was a time I had everything I wanted, and the Lord has brought me back empty." Again, the Lord is there. The Lord is working in her life. The Lord brought me back empty. He's the one. God's in control of everything. God is a sovereign. Even the bad things, He's in control of them. Why call me Naomi? Don't use a pleasant name to refer to me. The Lord has afflicted me. So what has the Lord done? The Almighty done? The Lord, He's made my life bitter. He brought me back empty. He brought me back, though. He brought me back empty. He's afflicted me. He's brought misfortune on me. So over and over again, Naomi recognizes that God's in control even of the bad things that happened. Verse 22, so Naomi returned from Moab, accompanied by Ruth the Moabite, her daughter-in-law, arriving in Bethlehem as the barley harvest was beginning. And so the return has been completed. Naomi and Ruth, two women bereaved. Life has changed them, but they recognize that God is in control even of the bad things. And God is in control of your life and of mine.